Hello Fearless Gamers, Matt here for Fearless Games, and welcome to another video blog. So today we are going to be doing another Kickstarter unboxing. This time it is the Ultimate Tanares Edition, Tanares Adventures Ultimate Edition storage setup. So this is essentially the last Kickstarter that Tanares did, which added the new storage box system plus a few extra characters and a revised edition of the rulebook to kind of clean it all up. This here is, they were just releasing everything now, so they've been doing the RPG stuff, and they've been doing all the Tanares Ultimate Adventure stuff. And so today, we're going to take a look at the box here for the Tanares Adventures piece. I already got my RPG stuff, but I didn't have room or time to do an unboxing of that one, so unfortunately, no unboxing of that. So let's take a look at this guy here. So we're going to open this up. Okay, then we got two extra boxes here, and that's because the primary piece in this is the storage system that's going to be used to condense everything down so it can fit into a IKEA Deluxe cubicle storage. So let's get these open. And so we got a lot of foam protection here. I actually really like this a lot. Very well packed. Probably one of the best packed games that I've seen for a while. And here we go. This is the Ultimate Storage Box number 2. Boy, that's heavy. So there we are. So essentially what they did in this is they broke the game down into 2 storage units. All the cosmetic and extra add-ons, and then this one, which is all the important core game stuff. So they kind of did it in a way to make it easier to get a game up and going. You want to play a game, and you just want to show like your friends your core game, you get storage box number 1, which has all the core stuff, everything that is absolutely needed to play the game. And then you got storage box number 2, which has all of the cosmetic stuff, the extra heroes, the heroes that are villains, and extra monsters that replace core monsters in the game. So it's a little bit easier to get your game up and running because you're not up, let me grab this piece and this piece and this piece. You're like, you grab the storage box number 1, you got everything that you need to run the game. If you want to, I want to try this new expansion, you have to go to storage box number 2. So let us clear this out of the way so we can get a better look at them. And here we are with storage box number 1. So like I said, this is going to be the box that will contain all the core materials, everything that's critical to run the game. This box is pretty heavy, so I'm not really sure what's inside of it. So let's what we have in here. Okay. And okay, this whole thing is the lid, so the lid goes down the entire length. It's not like one of those games where the lid only covers half. Okay. So here we go. And you see you got your tiles, tokens, and accessories, some scenario miniatures and save slots, your monster miniatures, your books, boards, maps, and extra cards, and your cards, big monster miniatures. Okay, so and then I believe this extra slot here is to hold map tiles. So you got your empty tiles here. This is pretty much an empty box, so I'm not going to bother opening that. And so here like here it goes has your scenario miniatures, and it kind of gives you an idea of what's supposed to be in this box, which is another great setup piece. You don't need to guess what's in here. You have a little display that goes, oh, this is where that piece is. So let's take a quick peek inside of this box. Alright, so see, we got the scenario miniatures here, and like I said, you would open up and the tray matches what's on the lid. It's this nice nice molded plastic tray, pretty solid, and just looking at the pieces here, you can tell that these pieces won't be like loose or banging around. They're going to be pretty solid storage in there. So we got that. And the box quality is actually not too bad. It's not really heavy, but it's not like really light, so it doesn't like feel really cheap. And see, we got the monster storage, shows all the monsters that go in this box tray. And don't worry, we'll be doing a little experiment with this at the end. Right now we're just going over, okay, this one feels heavy. So this one says it's the books, boards, maps, and extra cards. So reason why this one's heavy is because it has the updated rule books. So from my understanding, this is the exact same rule book that's in the core boxes, but they kind of they optimized it, so you're not like bouncing around, oh, go to this book, then go to that book. Everything is in a proper order. So, got advertisements for, let's see, we got there, Tanares Adventures, amplify your adventures with Foreteller. So this is a code for the Foreteller app, I believe. But I didn't pay for the Foreteller app, so this is probably just a QR code to get me to the store if I wanted to purchase the Foreteller story arc, which is basically an app that runs the story and like gives you some narratives and stuff like that. This is a card advertising their latest Kickstarter. Let's see, and it also has on here a thing here called Hack and Slash Mode, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is all for the new Kickstarter that they're doing. Then we have here a rulebook for Tanares Adventures. So like I said, this is a redone version of the rulebook to make it a little easier to manage. Then we've got what looks like campaign perks. Okay, so these are perks for the different characters, it looks like. I haven't played the game yet, so not entirely sure what all this means. We got our save sheet, so I guess this is to keep tabs of where your progress is. And then we got your adventure book, weeks 1 through 2, so this is everything in one guide for you to cover your the first 2 weeks of your adventure. Then we've got ourselves a game board and the new map tiles for the game. Okay, so we'll put all that back. And then looks like the final box here, which is cards and big monsters. So, feels like something is moving around in there. So let's take a look inside and see what we have. Okay, this is a half box. So inside we've got what looks like an envelope, which is a secret envelope, some boss cards, Okay. Then looks like we got some extra extra hero cards. And I don't really know what's supposed to fit in here because I guess the green dragon would go there. We got some extra cards to go for the game. I believe these are upgraded cards for existing monsters plus extra campaign stuff that was added into the game. Like here's a set of character cards. I believe that's one of the bonus characters from like it was a cameo from another character from another group. And I believe this plastic tray here is for the green dragon. Alrighty. Now, so let's move this off to the side and get the second monster tray, the second box in this storage bit. Which is this one here. This is storage box number 2. Alrighty. Let's get this open. Come on. Okay, and then you got your boxes here. You got your cosmetic scenario missions, your hero miniatures, your walls and extra miniatures, and book and extra cards. And so, pop this open. Again, you can see everything that goes in here in the trays, so you have an idea of how to organize everything. And we got our tray for all our heroes, which is great if you had purchased some of the other pieces, because one of the issues was Tanares Adventures and Arena of the Contest use some miniatures for both. So if you purchased Arena of the Contest and then you purchased Tanares Adventures, depending on how you set up your box, one tray has a couple of slots missing because those monsters were transferred from one box to the other. So it kind of annoyed me that you got some like wasted space. But see here you can hold the Hydra, the Penumbra Dragon, some of the other monsters, and the walls for the game. Oh, sounds like there's something in here. Let's take a look. Oh, what do you know? There are. Looks like some... these are some extra villains specifically for the Silver Dragon campaign. Looks like they fell out of their box, probably from being tossed around. But, this is where like some of those special figures came from. So here's that Jester that was in the whose cards were in the first box, sorry. There's these like Tanuki-like characters. Again, detail on these minis is phenomenal, and I just love how they have decorative bases. Like, I don't like miniatures that have just like plain bases. I like to have some character on those bases. This guy's really cool. Kind of got like a ring wraith vibe look going. Yeah, if I recall correctly, these characters are part of the Silver Dragon campaign, which was added in on the Ultimate Adventure setup. Okay, and you see, nothing underneath. And then we go and put these guys back the way they are meant to. And again, thankfully, because of the box, able to figure out how they're supposed to go. And okay, now it makes sense. So these walls here go across these guys like that. That's why it looks a little weird like that. Okay, close that up. And then we got another heavy box with books in it. Okay. So yeah, this is for book and extra cards. Oops, sorry. So here we got the continuing adventure story. So this has got weeks 3 through 5, and I assume that the rest is all just the extra weeks for the books, for the campaign. So like I said, a lot of really good stuff. Very well organized. So like I said, this whole purpose of this campaign was to condense down the game. So we're going to have to see how well it condenses down the game. So give me a minute here and let's set that up. Alrighty, so this right here is everything that has gotten to me so far for Tanares Adventures. This has got Arena the Contest and all the Tanares pieces, as well as some of the RPG minis. So let's see how much of this gets condensed down when we put it in the 2 boxes. And here we are. Quite a huge difference from before, that whole jumble of boxes. Everything is in these 2 boxes. As you can see, there are some things that don't fit, which is the Dragon Collection, the Tarrasque, the Gargantuan Dragon, and the Monsters in the Madness box. But everything else is in these 2 boxes. Organization, really nice and simple. There were a couple of pieces where the way the model looked and how the model was positioned is different than what is pictured on the box. So you might have to play around with 1 or 2 minis, but it wasn't a huge deal, so I don't really have any major complaint about that. The only part that is a little problematic is the card boxes. I don't know where all the cards go. They don't have any kind of instructional pamphlet that tells you these cards go here, these cards go there, so I really don't know where any of them go. Or the tokens. The tokens, there isn't any kind of guide to show where the tokens go in the token collection box. So there are some cards and rule books that are not in these 2 boxes right now. A lot of them I don't need anymore because they've been updated in these game boxes. But the biggest problem I'd say is storing tokens and cards, because they don't really give you a distinct guide on those here. I have to go back into the campaign to see if there is a PDF file that they've provided. I know that they originally had a PDF file for when the Tanares Adventures came out to condense things down. I'll have to double check to see if they've updated that for the Ultimate Adventure. If there is a document that helps with putting the cardboard tokens and the cards, I'll put a link in the description. But all in all, massive difference. Like you can see here, I could effectively, this went from taking up like 4 to 5 Caluxus cubicle space to only 3, because these 2 boxes I wouldn't put on display because they're just holding a miniature. I would put those away, but the rest of this will fit nice and neat in my Caluxus and make up so much room that I did have before. So yeah, that is all for right now. Have you gotten your copy of this yet? What are your thoughts on the storage system? Like I said, I think it really dramatically decreases the number of boxes. I will put a picture up that shows all the boxes that I will be able to throw out after condensing this all down. Like I said, the only big problem is I just feel they don't give enough information right here to store the cards and the paper tokens and the dice and all that other stuff. Like I said, the boxes are labeled, but I would have preferred maybe like a sheet inside of the boxes that tells you where all the pieces go, because I don't like it where it's like, oh, here's this new system, go to this website to download a PDF file or figure it out. like, if it's supposed to be optimized for organization, they should be sending me that information right here with these boxes. But all in all, it is a great investment, especially if you went all in on Tanares and Arena the Contest. If you didn't go crazy and get like the Dragon Collection and the Monster Madness box, then this holds everything. This holds pretty much everything. You get it down into 2 boxes. So massive space saver. Definitely worth it if you can get your hands on a copy of it. So, once again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, Fearless Gamers, take care.